Ahoy there, me hearties! This be Captain Silverhook, and you're listening to the Two Old Pirates podcast. Set sail for an open sea of stories, tales, and some really crazy stuff. I expect you to like and subscribe, lest you be walking the plank. Ha ha ha!
Hi, and welcome to podcast episode 138 of the Two Old Pirates. I'm Eric, and I'm back with a true crime story. Today, it's going to be about Juan Condi, or as everyone knew him, CJ. CJ was a 17-year-old kid in Kingsville, Texas. He was about a month and a half short of his 18th birthday. I had seen a post about a cold case and about how it had not really moved very much, so I reached out to his mother and I asked her if it would be okay if I covered the story to try to get some traction and possibly have somebody that might see this reach out and maybe solve this case. CJ was 17. He lived in Kingsville. From what I've heard from his mom, he had brothers and at least one sister. At the age of 4, he was diagnosed with 85% hearing loss in both ears. He eventually graduated from a juvenile center in Taft, Texas. He liked to fix up cars and then flip them, resell them. He had a lot of friends, a lot of family that cared about him. He liked fishing. He liked cooking. His favorite thing was to make wings. On the afternoon of July 13th, 2021, his mother unfortunately came home to finding the front door wide open and the window to the bedroom wide open. She went inside and she saw something that no parent should ever have to see. At 1:30 in the afternoon, she found CJ deceased. He had been murdered. He had been shot twice in the head. He was found in his house on 16th Street. Local camera footage picked up a black car leaving the scene. The camera footage also picked up some sounds that they believe were the gunshots, and that was around 1:30 a.m. Items and cash were stolen from the house. And 4 years later, nobody in the community of Kingsville, Texas, has come forward with information. It's been over 4 years now, and his mother, his family, and his friends would like to have some type of answer to who did this to CJ, and to make sure that they have to pay for their crimes. CJ was so young. He was only 17. He had his whole life ahead of him. And like I said earlier, he was only a month and a half away from becoming 18. He never got to see that. As a teacher, I've taught so many teenagers over the years, thousands, and you always hope for the best for them, that they'll walk the right path, that they'll chase all their dreams, and that they'll live a long, healthy life and make many memories. That was all taken away from CJ. We need to go ahead and, by using the tip hotline that I have here on the screen, if you know anything, if you're listening to this in Kingsville, if you're listening to this in Corpus, if you're listening to this in any of the surrounding communities, and you know something about CJ's murder, please reach out to the tip hotline. Please have those that are responsible be taken into custody and tried for their crimes. His mom, his brothers and sister, aunts and uncles, cousins, they miss him. I've seen some of the things that they've written, how much they miss him, and they wish they could talk to him again. So the best thing that we can do, the only thing that we can do, is we can fight for CJ. And we can try to bring those that are responsible that night that drove away in that black car be held responsible. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I hope that you'll like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. These are tough to do because, having 3 sons of my own, I can't imagine what CJ's mom has had to go through. But she's a strong woman. I can tell you that. Let's help her out. Let's find these people. For the Two Old Pirates, I hope that you enjoyed episode 138 about the murder of C.J. Condi in Kingsville on July 13th, 2021. If you have any questions, please call that tip hotline.